Hello and welcome to another episode of the Science of Mass Effect Andromeda. We've just set up our first outpost on a new world in Andromeda, and we've returned to the Nexus to sort out some stuff here. We met with the leadership of the initiative, and now we're going to head over to Hyperion, have a talk with our sister, hopefully, have a chat with Sam, check out if there are any things that need fixing on Hyperion, and then we'll head back out to EOS.
They are like an infection.
An occupying force. The deeper we push into the cluster, the more likely we are to bump into them.
There's no turning back. We're living here whether they like it or not.
Then how's your marksmanship?
Why?
It may come to that.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Living here whether I like it or not. I mean, I'm kind of some...
This is your place now. Everything we achieve will be seen here.
I have some sympathy for that feeling, because the cats are so aggressive and attacked unprovokedly, but I mean, you know, we just we are the invaders here, and you know, if you like it or not, you know, what gives us the right to just claim? Claim stuff. Anyway, to the tram. Cryo Bay, habitation deck, docking bay.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
And let us head to the habitation deck. Right, and that is the thing with the theme of colonization, you know, moving to new frontiers, setting up a new existence there, that Andromeda is chosen, getting a lot of. On Earth, whenever people move to these so-called new frontiers, there were already people living there, and often they did not get treated very well. Almost never, I think, they got treated well. And it's going to be interesting to see how Andromeda deals with that issue.
You, Pathfinder. I have a word or two for you.
Is there a problem?
Your father is my problem. He's everyone's problem. We're all paying for Alec Ryder's ego. He preyed on Jean Garson's trusting nature and bulldozed us to this godforsaken place. Now she's dead, and we'll all soon follow.
You chose to come here of your own free will.
This might be my dad's mess, but I will clean it up.
Talk about ego. You're no different from him. You think you could do this all yourself. Go to hell, Pathfinder.
I understand their anger. Sub-hops grown earth preserved from the Milky Way. You'd think we don't want to give that to the Vortex. We want to take it to hydroponics so people can grow more hops and then have a sustainable source of drinks ingredients. But hey. I hope they fix up the lights here, because it's all so dark. I mean, maybe that is just indicative of not being at full power yet. But...
Pathfinder?
Have to go now. See you later.
Talk to you later.
Ryder,
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
we powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planetside, though.
He was a stranger to me. Really?
Not like any of us knew him. He kept people at bay. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Will you be bringing Hyperion folks out of stasis?
That's my job. We're keeping it to specific personnel for now. Those who can help the Nexus get back on its feet. But with outpost settlement starting, we'll soon be able to wake up more.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster, even 5 years ago.
Are you kidding me?
605
I'd have laughed them
years
out of the
ago.
quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Well, a lot of people don't seem to have done the latter, but
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
one who wants to come home,
Thanks
Tale
for
of
the
Explorer.
All right. I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
There's also a big difference between leading an exploration team and being captain of a vessel with 20,000 people on board.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Yeah, so here's the interesting thing. So
Printed
books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
So the books, even though they kind of look like more like folders, but binders, but okay, the books. So it looks like it'd be a number of printed books, but the ones we specifically thought about are the journals of Lewis and Clark. So that's an interesting choice, right? So we thought specifically about them. So they're supposed to presumably tell us something about Alec Ryder. And, you know, there have been many explorers on Earth. But the one that Alex Ryder specifically takes with him, in printed form, right, not digitally but printed, are the journals of Lewis and Clark. I think it's an interesting choice. Lewis and Clark, of course, led the first expedition to kind of cross the entire, what is now the US, overland. Or at least they started from St. Louis, but you know, people went to St. Louis overland regularly, so I'd say that they're less famous explorers outside of the US at least, or maybe outside of North America. Certainly in Europe, people are probably less likely to have heard of them than, say, Columbus or Vasco da Gama or Captain Cook. Okay, but you know, it can make sense if Alec Ryder is from a North American background, or kind of 200 years in the future, that they're famous explorers. What's also interesting is they were military, right? It was a U.S. Army. I read this up on Wikipedia, but it was a U.S. Army funded expedition, and Lewis and Clark were U.S. Army officers. It's also interesting to say they weren't heading out to settle themselves, right? They were trying to find a way to get to the Pacific overland. and to kind of map the area in between to prepare it for economic exploitation, and also to enforce the sovereignty of the United States, even though there were already plenty of people living there, Native Americans. But Lewis and Clark went out and say, well, this is US land now. So, that's some interesting implications for, the role of pathfinders, They didn't just set out to find a path, or at least they wanted to find a path, but they also wanted to, prepare the path for specific people to come after them, and those people to kind of exploit new territories, and new only in the sense that people of European descent were not yet living there.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of Mass Effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
So of course we know all that gets overturned in Mass Effect 3, at least if you wake up Javik, which I think is a DLC. But it's kind of ironic, because first of all, Liara says, we mustn't let our preconceptions color the facts, and then immediately she does that thing, right? Which is also something, human scientists in our world are certainly not immune to, right? But the facts are that there's Citadel, there's mass relay networks, and that they appear to have been constructed by the Protheans. Of course, we know that's not the case, but that appears to be. And then Liara immediately draws the conclusion, that is only possible to have been done by an enlightened culture, which was at harmony and peace. But that is a preconception, right? That is not a proven fact. And in fact, if you look at Earth, if you look at the Great Monuments, so the Great Wall of China was built as a defensive fortification. The pyramids were built probably at the time when Egyptian Empire was relatively stable and at peace. I'm not too familiar with my Egyptian history, but then the people were the labor was involuntary. It was kind of, instead of, apart from paying taxes, you had forced labor. Or maybe instead of paying taxes. So the pyramids weren't built by slaves. The laborers probably, did receive like food and rations and weren't slaves as such, but it might have been, if I remember correctly, some kind of corvée system where, everybody owed so many months of work to the state each year. If you look at kind of big scientific achievements, we know wars on Earth have led to big leaps in science and engineering, especially the Second World War. So, the Romans built their roads for efficiently administrating their empires, and also especially efficiently moving their armies around. So, being at peace, I would argue, is not necessarily a precondition for building a Mass Effect relay, and seems a bit projecting our own preconceptions for Liara to think that being able to build a mass relay must mean that you have a enlightened culture, where enlightened is also very much a value judgment, and what you consider enlightened, of course, also depends on your own morals.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious
This
problem
we've already
is
heard.
the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species...
Your father's personal logs.
We've decrypted this one.
Amazing how life can change in an instant. Suddenly my career doesn't matter. This incredible woman I've been married to all these years. She's facing the end. All I think about are the times I wasn't there for her. Well, that's going to change. It occurs to me that Sam might be more than I ever imagined.
Hmm. This is a really weird pose.
Welcome back, Scott.
Dr. Armadana at the tech lab sent some equations for you to solve.
I'm ready.
Transferring them now. Have fun. Hey, what the? Sam!
Malicious code detected. Please stand by.
Sam?
Attempting to countermand malicious code. Please stand by.
Is there anything I can do? Sam! Is that another malfunction, or... Sam, you trying to show me something? Wait, wrong order.
Okay, we go down first.
Okay, I think I got it. Sam, talk to me!
Hello, Pathfinder. Please initialize the console to restore normal operations.
Sam, what happened?
The equations contained a Trojan horse program, a virus, specifically targeted to sever our connection and render me helpless. Reconnecting would be impossible.
Huh.
You'd need a crack AI programmer to create a virus like that.
Yes, only my unique adaptions prevented permanent damage.
Unlock the door. Let's head to the tech lab and see what Dr. Aradana has to say.
Indeed, that doesn't sound good.
Welcome back, Scott.
Okay, nothing else at the moment.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Let's go chat with Dr. Rida.
History is made after the initiative is down.
But first, we're gonna go to the cryo bay.
Fallout from the recent uprising has security tightens across all sectors on the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote, for your safety. This is Agent S.
Once we gather a few more colonists, we'll be taking you over to the Nexus. You'll need to clear immigration. There was some kind of...
The human Pathfinder has died.
Hit an engine cloud.
Killed after
They're calling it the Scourge.
At 7 in the Eric.
Wow. That doesn't sound scary.
Replaced him
The Nexus got it worse. As long as you avoid it, things seem to be okay.
for a home in Andromeda. This is Agent S.
Interesting that they're calling it, immigration, not say wake up processing or something like that.
Harry, what's happening with Sarah?
Well, we got her out of the pod. I don't want to get your hopes up, but Sam managed to, find her, you might say.
I don't follow.
Well, she's still in a coma. But she also has an implant like yours, and Sam managed to access it.
And she was in a pod with eyeshadow on.
He's made contact.
I wouldn't think that's even possible.
You and me both, but Sam, well, I guess supercomputers have a different view of things.
Though in a coma, Sarah's mental processes remain intact.
So, is she okay?
You can ask her yourself. A moment while I establish a link with her implant. Proceed.
Sarah? Can you hear me?
Scott? Is that you? What's happening? Where am I?
There was a problem with your stasis pod. You're in a coma on the Hyperion. Do you understand?
I think so. Am I dreaming?
Sam linked into your implant, but they say you're stable. You're safe and sound in the medbay.
This is so I hear you, but I can't feel anything. Where's Dad? Is he doing okay?
That. So this would be super weird, right? In the car, we probably have no sensory inputs, but you can like hear your brother. It must be super weird. Saying he's dead probably will upset her, but also I don't want to lie to my sister. So.
I don't know how to say this, but he's dead, Sarah.
What?
It was a freak accident.
But
Kinda.
it's Dad. He can't die.
I know. It's been hard on everyone.
I didn't get to say goodbye.
No one did.
What about finding home? Dad kept telling me how beautiful it would be.
I don't want to say it didn't work out, because we're kind of still working on it.
Just wait till you see it. It's amazing. Even better than the hype.
At least that's something. I should be there with you.
Well, you were never one to quit, Sarah. A little nap won't hold you back.
Right. At least Mom and Dad are back together. Somewhere.
We will be too. Right here.
I hope so.
What happened?
The connection was only temporary. Her condition remains stable.
Sorry, it seemed better than nothing. I'll keep you posted, promise.
Thanks, Harry.
Boy, Pathfinder, today has not been a good day.
Why's that?
A large shipment of medical supplies intended for Prodromus was intercepted by those damned exiles. Scouts confirmed they've divvied the supplies up among their own outposts.
I'll see what I can do about reclaiming them.
That would be great. Thanks. Maybe when you come across them assholes, you can rectify all this.
That's kind of odd that I have to hear this from a medic. So, nothing more to see here.
In some ways, it's true. It gets better.
So let us back to the tech lab and ask the good doctor what she's what the heck she thinks she's doing. It's the WA.
Convicted murderer Nilken Rensis, pardoned after an investigation by the human Pathfinder proved his innocence. This is HNS.
The human Pathfinder, not Pathfinder Scott Ryder. You know? The club was up here, right?
School for this. Thanks for nothing, education. Sure glad I went to school for this. Thanks for nothing, education.
A reminder that alcoholic beverages must be consumed within private quarters or at the vortex.
sure the scan isn't contaminated?
I'm certain, Professor.
But then... Sam, we need more data on life in the cluster, whatever you can find.
Welcome, Pathfinder. Did Sam solve the equations I sent?
Solve them? They almost brought down Sam Node.
The equations contained a virus designed to target artificial intelligence.
You think Never. I abhor violence against any life, organic or synthetic.
Then how did the virus find its way into your equations?
Perhaps my files were altered or replaced. But why?
I've seen a lot of down with AI sentiment lately. Graffiti, complaints to 10. Perhaps someone took the next step.
Why would anyone hate artificial intelligence?
Synthetic life has different needs and motivations. It can be mysterious and powerful. Many fear what is not understood.
Good understand the point.
Everything's uncertain. Maybe they just want to feel safer.
Attacking Sam is bold, though. I wonder if there have been similar incidents.
The AI kiosk was busted this morning.
I can look around.
Because of course we don't have police that can do this. Awfully quick to believe Dr. Aridana. We don't really have a choice not to, right? The choices are I believe you or but then how could this happen? Which kind of turns out to be the same thing. At least Sam could like check the logs to see whether indeed their files have been replaced. Also kind of ironic thing is that to
artificial intelligence is a threat to our organic life. Why not ask for more details?
the ironic thing is that you need to know an awful lot about AI to be able to program a virus like that.
Did you know when the Asari AI Talaris went rogue, detecting Pathfinder Ryder?
Hi there. Excuse the educational stuff. I hacked Avina as a sock puppet. So, our virus set you free. Hope you're doing better without that AI jammed into your head.
You sent that virus to free me from Sam?
Not just me. Our movement. We couldn't let you suffer with that thing in your brain.
Pathfinder, it's possible they don't realize their virus failed. Pretending that it worked might win their trust.
Hello?
No way.
Ryder?
Yes, I can't believe I'm free. Thank you.
This is what our movement is for. Helping people like you. Knight says human AI merging is a threat to all life. And she'd know, trust me. Oh, Knight's our founder. The virus wouldn't exist without her.
I should thank Knight in person.
I'll ask her. She might even give you a tour of our sanctuary.
Great, thanks.
Can't promise anything, but watch your email. Bye.
A whole movement of AI-hating hackers with a leader called Knight.
She and her followers seem to have experience with human-AI partnership.
An entire
If they
colony
attack you, they're capable of anything. I'll check my email. We need to find them.
My name is Avina. If I was intelligent, I could hold this entire station.
Also, maybe we should do something about that VI. Just, you know, saying. Because that, I'm sure, is gonna wreak havoc with Tan's precious stability.
Mail for signups will go out in a few minutes. It's all in fun, so don't worry if you're not a pro. Poetry, jokes, you can even sing if you like. Looking forward to your proposals.
Wow, where did you find those? Never mind, don't answer that. I think they're straight from the Milky Way.
Drink of the hour is a lucky leprechaun. Wanna give it a shot?
How lucky are we talking here?
I forget where the ingredients are from.
Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Excellent.
Not so lucky, I guess, at Leprechaun.
You again.
Hey there.
Free drinks for Pathfinders. I'll make sure of it.
Anyway, I think we've explored the Nexus enough. It's time to head back to EOS, which also makes this a good point to end this episode. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me again next time.